Oh boy. I want to find the one from Arizona Central because they're going to have the most stuff that's closest to where everything's happening. So, Maricopa County election review hit a crescendo Friday when its results were presented to the Arizona Senate Republicans, who ordered it in the heated aftermath after last year's presidential election. It was a major milestone, if not the end of the nearly 10-month odyssey pushed largely by election conspiracy theorists loyal to President Trump. Any hopes for such conclusion, that basically Trump actually won, were dashed by Senate President Karen Fann. Oh, she's horrible too. She did say early on that she didn't think it was going to overturn the election. Let's see. And she actually confirmed what the draft versions of the reports that were leaked to journalists yesterday said, which is that the hand recount of ballots show Joe Biden won the election in Maricopa County, cementing his win in Arizona. This is a statement from Attorney General, this is actually from Fann. This is a true statement. Truth is truth. Numbers are numbers. Fann said as a packed audience in the Senate gallery listened quietly. She added, though, that she believed there were broken statutes and flawed election procedures, issues that she would turn over to Attorney General Mark Brnovich to investigate. This is them moving the goalposts, guys. This is them moving the freaking goalposts. And that's what they do. As soon as you show, hey, dude, I got the shit right. Like, we know who won fair and square. We know everything's legit. Again, they move the freaking goalposts. These people are freaking horrible, man. They're horrible. They're horrible people. Like, and it's not, it's not that I think the people that feel that the election may have been rigged are horrible people. I think it's the people that started perpetuating this lie in the first place. That's what pisses me off. You want to know who got the election rigged against them? There's only one freaking person. One. His name was Bernie Sanders. He was the only one that got fucked in both of these elections. And yeah, he did get fucking robbed. I'll say it. I 100% believe he got robbed. Over here listening to these knuckleheads,
Hello.
fucking moving the goalposts every 5 seconds, like, oh shit, oh, well, no, so this is what I was waiting for. Cyber Ninjas got bought out, by the Democrats. They blackmailed the Cyber Ninjas. That's why. You're gonna hear that. I will bet you $100. So she turned some shit over to Attorney General Mark Brnovich. He is a scumbag. He definitely is in the pocket of Trump. He's very much in that lane. I think the only reason he didn't come out was that about like his views on being a fan of the audit was because he understands the district that he's in, and he's not going to sacrifice his political career. And he knows that in Maricopa County, he can't appear to be a total Trumper. He'll lose his office, and he's gunning for governor. So he's trying to take the moderate swing. I see what he's doing because when he was a judge, he was a really horrible judge. And to be honest with you, his wife is a horrible judge. I've actually stood before both of them on different occasions. Not necessarily because I was in trouble with the law. It was family situations and civil stuff. But they're horrible. They're horrible judges. They're crap judges. The worst. They've got serious bias bent in family law proceedings. Very much favor the men, Which, hey, I'm a man. You'd think I would be okay with that. But I really think our family courts, they've got to be, they have got to be the ones that are most heavily regulated because, I've seen some really bad shit because of bad family court rulings. I've seen where abuse has occurred. I've seen where neglect has occurred. I've seen where stalking has happened. Like, I've seen some horrible shit. I worked in the family law office for many years. That's what my dad did for a living. I worked for him. And I saw some of the worst shit. Shit that would, like, make you want to, like, pin your eyeballs shut. Because you have to go through discovery pictures and videos and shit like that and catalog shit. And some of this shit's pretty gnarly, man. So I can't stand family courts the way they're structured now. I can't stand the, winner take all mentality that there is here in the family courts. It's like the blood sports that we see on the debates. It's horrible. They don't treat people well. That said, they're both shitbags. I'm giving you guys the down low on who these people are, giving you the character of these people here in Arizona, right? I want you to know a little bit about it. Fans said from the start of the effort that the goal was only to further election integrity, not to overturn outcome from last November. The presentations made to Fenn and Senate Judiciary Chairman Warren Peterson from Gilbert treaded lightly on the actual vote counts and instead focused on issues that the auditors said raised questions about the election process and voter. Of course they didn't want to talk about the numbers, guys. Of course they didn't want to talk about the numbers. When the facts don't line up, you pivot. When the facts don't line up, you pivot. You pivot to anecdotes. You pivot to bullshit rhetoric. You pivot to talking points. That's what you do. Instead of creating any kind of proof that Trump actually won in Maricopa County, the Cyber Ninjas report showed he actually lost by a slightly larger margin than was in the county's official election results. Now, let me tell you something about this, guys, okay? So I remember there was they did the recount, right? They had done that. This was done several months ago, okay? And what happened when they did that recount, there was a point where they said, well, the hand recount isn't matching up with the state numbers. And then they went into this whole thing for, like, it carried over for like another 3 or 4 months after that. You know what happened? They knew. They screwed the pooch. The whole thing was screwed up. So you know what? They said, we're just going to ride out the grift. We'll figure out any way that we can to try to, discredit this, and we'll ride out the grift. We'll take a little bit more money. I mean, they had it. They were getting donations, massive donations from Overstock.com CEO, from Mike Lindell, from Michael Flynn. Like, all this stuff has already come out. This is already, these disclosures have already come out in the Arizona Republic. So these guys had the money. They were going to spend the money. They weren't going to give any of that money back. Are you crazy? They just created the fattest grift in Arizona history. Next to Cold Stone Creamery. Oh, the data in the report also confirms that U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, a Democrat, won in the county. Well, I kind of figured that. Friday's presentations came nearly 11 months after voters cast ballots in the November 2020 election and follows a 5-month ballot review that includes a hand count of all 2.1 million Maricopa County ballots, a separate check on those results, and disclosures of questionable tactics such as searching for bamboo threads in the ballots. I'm not going to go through both of the stories. I'm going to go through this one because I can really rail on it, and then I'll bring... It trailed in the aftermath of lawsuits and investigations after initial hopes for a cooperative effort between the Senate Republicans and Maricopa County Board of Supervisors fell apart. The process tested the extent of Senate subpoena power as well as the reach of public records laws for legislative communications. As the presentations rolled out Friday, a Maricopa County Superior Court judge was again ordering Fenn and the audit contractor, the Cyber Ninjas, to release additional documents that he ruled must be disclosed under the state's open records law. They are hiding shit, guys. They're still freaking hiding shit. Like, they're still hiding shit. What the fuck? Still. Well, so, okay. How long is this fucking thing? Oh, yeah, it's a lengthy one. We might not go through all this. They really went from fucking neck to nuts on this, man. Like, they went through everything. I'm going to post this article in chat. I'm glossing over it. I'm not going to run through every single thing. This is a very, very long and robust article. I would say anybody that's got an interest in the election integrity in Arizona is worth the read, because they are actually going back into a lot, like all the way back to the beginning, and all the information they have. But I do want to get to this part about what they did present to the Senate. And if you want to read some of the more background stuff, I definitely encourage you to do that. Before the presentation of the first of the multiple reports was finished, Fan outlined several urgent issues that she said needed attention in a letter to Attorney General Mark Brnovich. However, it was unclear how some of those issues would qualify for an investigation into legal wrongdoings, as many of them appeared to suggest system improvements. She added that lawmakers already are at work on legislation to address many of the issues identified by their contractors. Later, Fan pointed to issues with duplicate ballots and chain of custody identified by Senate liaison and former Arizona Secretary of State Ken Bennett as matters the AG should take up. Friday's presentations ran more than 3 hours with no questions allowed from the handful of Republican senators who attended in person. Wait, so these guys couldn't even ask fucking questions of these people? Do you get how shady that is? Do you get how shady that is? That's some shady ass bullshit.